Hey, welcome to the Trash Picture Show. Today I received this awesome flick in the mail, Night of the Creeps, released in 1986 and directed by Fred Dekker. It was his first feature film. So, what's this mad film about? Well, it's an alien parasite zombie slasher flick with a lot of 80s kind of campus college humor thrown in for good measure, and it's wonderful. It's an absolutely amazing flick. The story centers around two really nice guys by the name of Chris and JC. They've started college and are social pariahs. Chris has his eyes set on a chick that's kind of way out of his league, and her name is Cynthia Cronenberg. Yeah, nice little nod there. He's mad to kind of get in with her, so him and JC decide to try and join a fraternity. At the same time, there is a lab on campus that has the cryogenically frozen body of a chap who was killed by an alien parasite. So, how does this connect to Chris and JC? Well, in order to get into the fraternity, they have to do a college prank, which is steal a body and leave it on the doorstep of another kind of beta house. They break into the facility and end up releasing this corpse. Now, the thing is, this corpse comes back to life because it's infested by alien bugs, alien slugs, which came down 25 years earlier. And all kinds of shit starts happening. Animals are brought back to life, people are brought back to life, and it's up to JC and Chris to try and stop them. And they're not alone. They have help from one of the most badass horror characters ever. Detective Cameron, played amazingly by Tom Atkins. Tom Atkins steals the show. He delivers some of the most schlocky lines with 100% seriousness, and it works so well. Cameron is this hard-bitten kind of badass detective who had kind of a connection to the body at the start of the movie. I won't get into it, I don't want to spoil it, but Atkins does a wonderful fucking job. He delivers some crazy, silly fucking lines and makes them work totally deadpan. There's a bit where the girl's kind of beta house has been attacked by their zombified dates, and Atkins kind of looks out the window and he's like, "I got good news and bad news for you, ladies. Good news is your dates are here. What's the bad news? The bad news is they're dead." And like no one else could pull that off except Tom Atkins. He's awesome. So him, JC, and Chris has to stop the creatures, and also Cynthia ends up joining forces with them. It's an awesome flick. There's some really, really amazing, funny instances in it. You have Dick Miller cameo. You can't go wrong with Dick Miller as another weapons owner who falls afoul Detective Cameron's bad kind of attitude. It's an awesome movie. Like, it's very self-aware. There's another scene where Cameron arrives at the crime scene when Chris and JC broke into the lab, and he's like, "What is this, a crime scene or a bad B movie?" And it's so good. Atkins fucking slays it. The characters are so likable. The action is so kind of schlocky. There's flamethrowers, there's zombies, there's parasites, there's undead serial killers. This fucking film has everything but the kitchen sink. And Chris and JC's kind of friendship is genuine. The two actors kind of hung out together and got to know each other, and it works so well. And the girl who plays Cynthia, she's really nice, she's really vulnerable, but she turns into a badass at the end, and it's pretty cool. I think it's a phenomenal kind of first feature that Fred Dekker done. Sadly, it didn't get the recognition it deserved. And later on, Dekker went on to do Monster Squad, which is another awesome flick. I think Shane Black done the script. If you want to see a cool review for Monster Squad, I'll actually leave a link to you. The Deadly Dames, who are two awesome girls, and they have an awesome channel. They done a cool review of Dekker's second flick, and I'll leave a link to that. But yeah, Fred Dekker, he done really well with, I think directorially, he done well with Night of the Creeps and Monster Squad. What really kind of wrecked his career was he ended up doing RoboCop 3, and that kind of made him a leper in the eyes of Hollywood. Now, he's coming back with Shane Black, his good friend, to do The Predator. I'm really hoping this is a good movie. I'm hearing all kinds of weird shit going on. But if Dekker puts in half the heart and half the ambition he put into Night of the Creeps, hopefully it'll be good. I don't know how I feel about someone who's done kind of comedy horror doing a very heavy sci-fi kind of horror like the Predator. But maybe it'll be good. I won't pass judgment until I see the film. If you're a horror fan and you love horror movies that came out in the 80s like Evil Dead or Critters or the likes, you have to see Night of the Creeps. It's awesome. If only for Tom Atkins's performance. It is an awesome movie. Definitely check it out. My name is Martin. This has been the Trash Picture Show. And yeah, have a good one. Take care. Bye now.